Just talk about Twitter, dear sweet Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
We should talk about Twitter and Substack at length, but there's some other stuff that happened this week first that we should just note. Elon went nuts doing labels. Like, I think he discovered that there's a field in Twitter accounts called labels, and he started typing stuff into it to see what would happen. So he got into a fight with NPR. At first, he labeled it like state-sponsored media,
Yeah.
which is just like very funny because that's like a real thing that happens in China, and North Korea, and other
Russia.
places. NPR is not that thing. It gets like 1% of its funding from the government. In the United States, does have state-sponsored media, has Voice of America, which we use to broadcast propaganda into Russia.
Yes, state-sponsored media and publicly funded media are not even a little tiny bit the same thing.
Right.
Very
So
different.
Bobby Allen from NPR is a great tech reporter there. He emailed Elon, said, what are you doing? Elon said, I'll change it. So he changed it to publicly funded media. NPR said, this is stupid and you're being weird and we're just not going to publish on Twitter anymore, which is a big decision. PBS also pulled publishing from Twitter after the same sort of label brouhaha. Just a very odd week for Twitter. And then he announced, who knows if this will actually happen, that all the blue checks will go away on, of course, 420.
Nice. Sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Alex. And then now I think people are starting to get ads. I've gotten ads. They're like, your blue checks are going away. Don't you want to subscribe? And that, again, I think we have a lot of like advertising listeners. This ad contains no explanation of what the benefits of paying might be. Not even a tout. It's just a threat. It's like,
It's just
your
extortion.
blue check is going away. Subscribe. And it's like, no, absolutely not. Like, say one good thing that will happen.
He's
it's
got to
good.
know, generally when you do this, you smash some stuff, you break
Yeah.
things and you're like, do it or else. And instead it's just like, do it.
Yeah.
No.
Sit with me for a moment, my children. Just quit Twitter. Twitter is a place that has systematically proven to have bad product. It will not keep your personal stuff safe. It won't keep your private things private. It won't show you the things you want it to show you. It will show you exclusively things that you don't want to see. It breaks all the time. There is literally nothing left for you on Twitter. I don't know where to go. Come hang out on TheVerge.com. Go somewhere else. Go to Instagram. It's better on Instagram. Leave Twitter. Twitter is done. Let's just, however you feel about Elon Musk, however you feel about politics, Twitter is a bad platform and you should quit. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I think I pretty much kind of quit this week with the NPR stuff. I was like, everything else he's done, whatever. For some reason, this was my line.
This is your line.
Yeah, I was like, you're just being a dick to spread misinformation now.
Yeah. I mean,
That
but
was he's done it before, but for some reason, this
this
one,
is
I
the
was like,
one.
Yeah.
Again, watching that interview, I go back to my thesis, which is if you were addicted to nicotine and you bought a cigarette factory, you would think every idea you had ruled, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, everyone else feels the way I do. And everyone else would be like, you run a cigarette factory and I don't smoke. And why do you keep insisting that I buy cigarettes from you?
Cigarettes with 30 times more nicotine.
You
Just gums bleed as soon as you
and
look
like
at it.
he's addicted to Twitter. He thinks it's monopoly. And I will point this out. His other two companies are more or less monopolies.
Yeah.
Like Tesla has had infinite demand for electric cars. They can't meet the demand for electric cars. And so he's run a business where every car he makes, he sells. And it doesn't matter if the cars have 2-inch panel gaps or they drive themselves into brick walls or whatever. People want electric cars and he's a supplier of them. And maybe that will change his competition or maybe not. The only other electric car you can buy in the market today is the Chevy Bolt. He's going to be fine for a while. So I think he's just got monopoly brain.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I run Twitter. Twitter is also monopoly. I'm addicted to it. What about you? Cigarettes? And it's like, oh, dude, you can just leave. Like I can just open the TikTok app on my phone instead of this garbage.
Does he know Instagram exists?
Right. There's all these other platforms to take your time. What is not true is that for years, the default answer for everything in media and politics has been Twitter. You're a candidate, something weird happened on a campaign stop, you need to issue an apology, Twitter it is. It'll mainline into the press. Our site goes down and we're like, we need to tell our audience. We tell the people who follow us on Twitter, which is not the whole audience. By a huge margin is not the whole audience, but it feels like we're doing it.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's always the answer. Twitter is always the answer. And now it's not. And I think that is opening up a lot of opportunity for other companies. It's opening up a lot of change, hopefully, in how we think about using the internet, which would be good. And it is driving Elon Musk bonkers.